Yeah.
Who's fucking ripping Black Widow?
It was a good movie. I'm not saying it was the best, but it was enjoyable.
Scarlet.
It would have been better if it was actually like it takes place in the timeline, like going back and putting them over here in the timeline in the, before Infinity War. So it's kind of like, well, you already know what happens to her because this movie was made after.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
duh. No,
So it's like,
I forgot. That scene was fucking cringy to me.
Which one?
The scene you're talking about in Endgame is terrible.
Okay. You win. Tell my family I love them.
You told me yourself.
Terrible.
Disagree.
I wish they both fell fucking
Very
cliff.
heartfelt, very sad.
Stupid.
No.
They're the worst two Avengers.
Wow.
No contest. Who's the worst?
There is no worst.
They're this.
There is no
I don't
worst.
like.
They're all great.
No.
Yeah.
I was so happy. And like
Banner might be the worst, but I still like
what?
Banner.
Hulk?
Yeah. I still
You're
like him. I'm just,
tripping.
in the movies?
Outranked.
He's fine. I like Ruffalo. I'm not. But you're saying who's the worst, and I'm saying nobody's the worst. But if I have to pick my favorites in order, he would be, I guess, the last one.
You're putting all right. See, I don't even know them all. You know all the
You
characters.
haven't seen all like the
I
good
know.
shit with
What do you
all
mean
of
the
them.
good ones? I've seen enough to know that Black Widow and
Hawkeye was epic in
Hawkeye.
Endgame, but yeah, he's good in everything he does, and also he was good in the Hawkeye show.
He's good. Like I
Jeremy
love
Renner's
Jeremy
awesome.
Renner. Exactly.
Yeah,
I
Hawkeye's
don't like-
awesome. He made Hawkeye a cool character.
That's my point. Hawkeye is not a cool character.
Iron Man wasn't a cool character until the movies either. He wasn't. He wasn't that
okay. No,
popular.
you're right. You're right. I can't even argue with that. Like Downey Jr. pulled it off. for
Yeah,
me.
that's like.
But Iron Man is fucking cooler than Hawkeye. Come on.
Yeah,
shooting
sure,
arrows,
of
get the
course.
fuck outta
Because Robert Downey Jr. and Tony Stark is a cooler character than Clint Barton.
That's my point. It's not Jeremy Renner's fault. I'm not blaming Jeremy Renner and his excellent acting ability. He's
Okay.
fucking phenomenal.
But he brought it still. I feel like
All right, fine. Like he fucking did his best in a shitty. All right, you're right. I just don't like. They're weak
you
fucking
don't
superhero
like
characters.
emotional scenes. Let's just cut it to that.
That's not true. Set in a fucking in that setting, it didn't work. I thought.
I disagree. That's one of the I get. It hits me every time that scene.
Yeah, but
every
you've
time.
seen. That's my point with that fucking Endgame movie. Like you had to have seen all the fucking stories
Yeah,
to
so
like
why
kind
don't
of
you?
know. Because I don't have time to watch
You got-
37 fucking
You
movies.
rewatch too many reruns of things. Just watch the new stuff. Watch things that you haven't seen before.
I bet I have. The last new thing I saw was Bullet Train, and you're hating on it.
Mm.
Fucking fabulous movie.
Love Brad Pitt. Went into it with good
Mhm.
expectations. It was 40 minutes too long.
It was
and,
2 hours. That's great.
No, it was okay.
2
So-
hours. We
so,
looked this up. It was
so
like
49 minutes too long.
You'd give it an hour? What 40 minutes you got
It
now?
would be a perfect 55 minutes.
You're get the fuck out of here. How are you hyping the Marvel comic movies and shit on Bullet Train? Like I feel like
Because they're better.
all right. I feel like they're in the same vein of like, let's just take this ride. I'm having fun.
I was taking the ride and having fun. Some
Obviously
of it
you
just
weren't.
wasn't fun. Too much Thomas the Train.
It's hilarious.
Too much Thomas the Train. You're Diesel. You're
a little-
the Diesel.
Yeah, but
Oh
yeah.
no, they're the
it
Diesel.
sets up the end line where he calls her a dirty little diesel. That shit gets me. That shit was hilarious.
And it was you the whole fucking time, you dirty little diesel!
Funny in a bad story.
I'll give you that. Like the story was lacking for sure, but it was like I like the stories where it's like some people on a train. You got to get a suitcase.
It's a poor man's John Wick. You haven't seen the first John Wick?
No, I haven't seen any of the.
Okay,
Johns.
so
No,
if you
I haven't seen any
okay,
of
so
them. I know
this is the
premise
best way
for-
I think to compare it is watch the first John Wick and then you'll understand. The Bullet Train is basically just a very very poor. It's like a violent action comedy with some slapstickiness, and
Mhm.
John Wick just crushes what that genre is.
Well, that genre, it was like a spaghetti western. So if John Wick is that, it's like that's been done a million times.
I guess it's not really a spaghetti, but anyway, it just has.
They use the music from spaghetti westerns in Bullet Train. Like, it was a total like Japanese like. I haven't seen John Wick, but I
just
mean,
didn't think it was done well.
oh man, it's crazy. I thought it was a fun movie. Like, yeah, not the greatest movie ever, but
Will you rewatch it?
I've seen it twice. Yeah, I watched
Oh
it twice. Yeah, because you
Watched
said
it
it wasn't
twice?
good. You were like, "What's good?" I'm like, "Let me rewatch this and see if I'm tripping."
What about the other? So
What's
if I
that?
say something's not good, you'll rewatch it. But if I say
No.
something's amazing, like Oceans,
Yeah,
you'll refuse
I
to watch
refuse.
it.
Well, that movie in particular.
Fascinating.
That movie in particular. Yes,
Yeah,
I stand
feel the
my
onion
ground
on that one.
I stand my ground
That is
on that movie in particular
That
because
is
it's so hyped.
that's the take.
That's fine. But you said it wasn't good, and then I think my mom was like, it wasn't good, and I'm like, am I tripping? And then I rewatched it, and multiple people reached out to me, were like, hey man, did you see this movie?
No,
This shit was dope.
It's garbage people like that movie.
That's fine. Then I'm a garbage
people that
person.
put ketchup on their potatoes, breakfast potatoes. Especially on their eggs. People that put ketchup on their eggs.
I don't usually, but it doesn't bother me if a little bit of ketchup splashes onto the scrambled eggs. When you don't put ketchup on your hash browns. You've never been like, what's the difference between ketchup on hash brown on
hot
French fries?
hot sauce or salsa.
It's like it's a ketchup.
No.
I don't. I mean, I'm not saying salsa's wrong. I'm not here to
I
judge.
know.
I'm not here to. You call me garbage.
I'm just fucking with you.
I know you are. But it's like I feel. Most people like there's ketchup at every breakfast table in America.
There should be salsa at every breakfast table.
We're in Southern Cali, so
Yeah.
there usually is. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
Bullet Train was good. Tangerine and Lemon, phenomenal characters. Loved it.
Okay.
There were some parts like maybe that like dragged a little bit, but I enjoyed it. Like the colors and
Yeah.
it was just like Deadpool.
No, Deadpool was a good movie.
Yeah, but the action sequences and how it was filmed, you're like it's not well done. It's like it was fucking pretty well done.
I didn't
Brad
mean like
Pitt
the
murdered
filming
it.
wasn't well done. The
What do you
story
want?
wasn't good.
Okay.
Too long and the story just wasn't good.
All right, fair
I
enough.
don't know.
No,
It
it's fair
didn't hit
enough.
for me, man.
Well, that's what I mean. That's fair enough.
And
Like,
I
certain
laughed
movies
a
you're
lot
like,
of times in the movie. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not like,
Yeah.
oh, this was dead and I hated it.
No,
But I'm just watching.
that's
it,
a bold statement.
It's Brad Pitt. It's this big
Yeah.
cast. It's this big, and I just felt like it was a big swing and a miss. You're trying to hit a home run and you got caught in the outfield.
Nah, I give it a double. I feel like
And it was in Yankee Stadium where it's easy to hit home runs.
Now
and you
get
still got
outta
caught in
here.
the outfield. No,
I feel like it was.
no. How dare you?
How dare I? I don't know. I feel that's a bold statement.
Mm-hmm.
You're Fast and the Furious, putting it as your top franchise, and you're like, Bullet Train? Nope.
Nope.
I was like, I don't know. I don't know where you're like, tomato on that one, man.
It's you gotta watch. Well, you watch them, then you can compare.
I watched 5 with you.
5 is
You're like, that's
amazing.
the best one. It's like,
Yes.
if you are climbing that movie,
Way better
and then you're
than
like,
Bullet
Bullet Train. The scene where Vin Diesel spears the rock. I was out on that scene alone. I'm like, I'm out.
No, they gotta fight.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah.
That's movie magic for you.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not taking that right.
It's
See,
all
I don't
movie
buy it. It's like Hawkeye. That's what I'm saying. Like some people like Hawkeye. Some people are like,
Not my favorite. I'm just saying he's not trash.
you're putting him above Hulk, man. When you saw Ragnarok, that shit was.
Just the version of Hulk that they've had.
I will agree. Like they kind of like after. I guess it was in Ragnarok where he kind of bitches out and doesn't become. No. It was when Thanos fucks him up, right? And he kind of becomes Pussy Hulk. And I was like, oh man,
That's not PC. That's not okay.
well, that's my problem with these movies, Dave. It's
I'm
like
just kidding.
in the vein of PC. It's
No.
like make them a little edgier, you know.
I think they will. I think
Think
they
so.
will. They got Bob Iger back, and they kind of Feige.
Yeah, but they'll never make it. Like I guess they're gonna have to because they own Deadpool now, and Deadpool they're gonna have to keep rated R.
Yeah.
Well, they have to. Like
Yeah.
they're making that PG-13, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, your MCU movies. They just like
Yes.
they cannot
They can miss.
they can't say fuck or no boobies.
I think you're allowed to say fuck one time and keep it PG-13. Yeah, there are rules for that.
No, I got you, but like, yeah, you can say fuck one time in a 3-hour movie.
Well, if you hit the right note, you can make a good funny joke.
I got you, but that's what I'm saying. Like to me, a rated R movie always has a potential to be better because it can show more. It's not restricted by that. But then the movies that make the most money are probably PG-13.
Comics don't use cuss words anyway, so it's kind of like relative to what they're.
Yeah, but they got to limit like the graphic or like the gore maybe, because there is a lot of death and shit in those movies, but like they don't show the gore.
Yeah.
Because like Deadpool was like graphic. Bullet Train back to that was like pretty graphic, like with the blood. I think that's the difference. Like they don't show blood.
Yeah.
Even in I think it was The Dark Knight, which is like to me right on the line of like that PG-13, the way they played the Joker.
Yeah.
But they didn't show blood when he killed people.
Right. That's kind of true.
Well, I think that's what I read. Because
that.
remember when they fucking hung the dude and they threw him off the fucking building? Like that scene's fucking scary, dude.
Pencil scene, all the stuff.
Oh, the pencil scene's another real good one.
And I thought my jokes were bad.
Give me one reason why I shouldn't have my boy here pull your head off.
How about a magic trick? I'm gonna make this pencil disappear. It's gone.
Yeah,
Right.
where it's like he fucking murders dudes.
Like he slices a guy's mouth, all that stuff.
Well, but exactly, that's another one where they cut away as soon as he like the knife goes.
Yeah, they do such a good job of. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. But it's almost like scarier.
But I feel like if they did it now, they'd be like, "No, this is R." Like, because remember how they always do that? If you look back at movies that when we were kids that are PG-13, like I think Bad News Bears, the original, where they curse a lot, and they use like racial profanities and stuff like that.
Different times.
I think that's PG. Well, he's drinking and smoking around the kids.
Yeah.
It's like a PG kids movie.
Yeah.
Driving around drunk, cleaning pools. That was our childhood.
Yeah.
That's fucking classic. No, I hope, because that'll be the first rated R Disney thing, right? The Deadpool, I mean.
I think.
I would like to say, yeah. I mean, Disney never makes rated R. There's not a rated R Mickey where him and Minnie.
I mean, I think Deadpool's streaming on Disney Plus now too. So yeah.
Oh, okay. The other two.
But I mean, the first thing released, I think so.
They're gonna have fucking. Have they announced anything other than like I know Hugh Jackman's back.
Yeah, it's next
That's gonna
September.
be fucking sick. Is Brolin gonna be coming back?
I don't know. I don't think they've announced too much so far. They haven't really talked about. They have announced like Jean Grey's going to be in it.
They're
So they need to
recasting
cast
that.
for Jean Grey.
Well, that's the thing. It's like that.